Hello world, and welcome back to another video on DC Legends. This is Daniel, and with me as always is...
Maddie, are you ready to have some fun on DC Legends?
Alright, let's have some fun, Maddie. So this is now the second video in our beginners series. So this is the beginner's guide, and this is the second episode in our series for beginners. So in our first episode we covered the number one rule and the only rule that we have for DC Legends. And Maddie, what is the number one and the only rule that we have for playing DC Legends?
It's all about having fun.
That's right, it's all about having fun. We also covered making sure that you sign in every day and pick up your daily rewards. So that's here. Our March login bonus, we've already collected ours for the day, so make sure you do that every day. In the previous one, we also covered doing your daily missions. So we've been doing a bunch of those. We've almost completed our daily missions for the day. Make sure you do those every day. We also covered things like essence. And that's the green items up there. And so you can see the essences at the top. We've got 112,544. So that's our essence. And over here is the essence collector. So make sure that you pick that up as well. We talked about gems, and our gems are up here. There's your essence gems. We talked about the hope, the rage, the willpower energies, as well as shards and the speed force. So we covered a lot in the first video. Now we're going to go on to something that's very important for your characters. What we're going to talk about now is the hero fragments and the character building, as well as your gears. So we're going to talk about all of those today. So the way that we're going to talk about that is by going into our heroes. So one of the first things that happens after you collect enough of the hero fragments is you get to unlock characters, which is what you see right here on the bottom left hand corner. You see it says tap to unlock. Maddie, how about you do that for us? And what we just unlocked was a 2-star Swamp Thing. Our foes will respect the power of the green. So we've just picked up Swamp Thing. And so as you go in, you take a look and you'll see that there are levels. There's a way to level up the characters. And so what I'm going to do is get out our little pointer here. And our pointer will tell us exactly where to focus in. So right here, you can see these are the levels. And this allows you to level up a character. So what we're going to do is we're going to select that. Go in, and we're just going to give him, we'll go from level 1 to level 2. So nothing major, but at least it shows you what leveling up a player will do. So by doing this, we'll be able to level up Swamp Thing and go from level 1 to level 2. Let's see, go out of here, select that one. There we go. Go from level 1 up to level 2. We select that and press apply, and there he goes. He goes from level 1 up to level 2. Now, here is the most important thing that you want to look at whenever you're doing your characters, and those are the gears. The gears are very important to getting your characters where you want them to be, because you can spend all the time that you want leveling up your characters. You can come over here to their superpowers and you can upgrade those as well. And those are all important things to do, but if you ask me, the most important thing that you can do for your character is spending time upgrading their gears. Think about this as your levels and your superpowers are kind of your playbook of all the things that you can do whenever you get out to the field, but this is your weight room. So spend a lot of time in the weight room because you want to make sure that you have your character nice and strong before you use the plays and use all of the plays that you've learned to take them out to the field and do some fighting out in the arenas. So again, you'll want to go in and upgrade those characters, upgrading the gears for each one. So we'll do that here, show you what that looks like. Just like that. He's now stronger than he was before. So one of the things that you'll want to do, or you'll want to try to avoid, is so what we did was we took Swamp Thing from a level 1 up to a level 2. So we didn't spend a whole lot of our essences. We didn't spend a whole lot of our gears. We just took him from a level 1 to level 2. And then, but one of the pieces of advice that I want to give everyone out there, if you're a new beginner, is don't try to get everybody. As we've gone through the game, people have been unlocked for us, and it didn't cost us anything. We didn't have to do much to get them. As you go through, you'll see we have a lot of level 1s. So you can see a bunch of level 1s here. And there's a level 2, another level 1. And so in the beginning, the mistake that we made was we were trying to level up everybody. So you can see whenever we would get to like level 26, we wanted to get all of our guys to level 26. And then level 30 and so forth. Until we started realizing that you don't want to dilute your resources. You want to try to spend some time determining who are going to be your top characters. And for us, we were able to get a lot of essences up front about Cyborg. And so that's the next tip that we're going to give you, is make sure that you focus in on your top 4 of who you're going to be using in your PvP battles. Because don't be afraid to use somebody that may not be your favorite character. For me, my favorite character is Superman, right, Maddie?
Yeah, even though we don't really have Superman yet, we both kind of like Superman.
Yeah, but we also like our team, don't we?
Yeah, we really like our team.
Yeah, and that's what's really important, is just because I'm a big Superman fan doesn't mean that I'm going to neglect my team just to go after him and spend a lot to get him. So we were getting a lot of Cyborg fragments when we first started, and so we realized that we were getting a lot of his fragments, and we decided let's focus on Cyborg. And my recommendation is, if you're very first starting out, the characters that we recommend you focusing your time on is like Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, because he is easy to farm. And what does farming mean? Whenever you're going in and collecting your hero fragments, which are here in your story mode, you'll notice that when you go in to the heroic setting, which is over here, and you go to chapter 1, you'll notice that the very first chapter and the very first one that you play on is the reward that you get will be for Green Lantern. And so after that, you'll see that you'll have Green Lantern available for you in level 1, level 2, level 3. He's one of those characters that just keeps showing up in level after level, and he really turns out to be a really good leader for your team. So we recommend trying to get as many as you can for Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. Also for Zatanna, she's a really good one. And if I had this to do all over again, I would have put a lot of resources into there again. There's a point that you can see Hal Jordan in chapter 2. You can also see Zatanna in chapter 2. And this is the first time that we see Emerald Archer Green Arrow. Green Arrow comes up in a bunch of these as well, and in my opinion is a really good character to farm if you can. This is also the first time that we're exposed to Cyborg. And what we started realizing is that Cyborg has a lot of opportunities to be farmed within the chapters, as well as if you do the battles in the PvP Wraith Arena, you'll start to notice that his fragments are also available whenever you come in and do the packs. And so specifically, whenever you do the big arena packs, you'll notice that he's one of the characters that are available to you as one of the most common characters. So we mentioned already Hal Jordan, we mentioned Zatanna, we mentioned Emerald Archer, Green Arrow. Another one that we'll talk to, and we've also mentioned Cyborg, of course, but we'll also take some time to point out somebody like Huntress. Huntress is a very powerful character and has a lot of good abilities to her as well, and she's one that comes up a lot. And of course, Maddie's favorite, Harley Quinn. Right, Maddie?
I love Harley Quinn.
Yes. So our recommendations would be, if you're just starting out, try to get as many hero fragments as you can for Green Lantern, Zatanna, Emerald Archer, Green Arrow, Huntress, Cyborg, and lastly is the Caped Crusader Batman. He also is one that gives you a lot of hero fragments as you go through. So my recommendation would be to focus in on at least one, maybe two of these characters in the PvP Wraith Arena, because you'll start to notice that characters come up all the time in these Wraith Arenas. And so Cyborg has become one of our best characters, and then we also started spending some time on the Castaway Green Arrow because we started getting a lot of his fragments as well. Come to find out, he's a really strong character, and we're looking forward to putting him into our main team very quickly as well. So those are some of the tips that we can give you on your heroes. It's up to you, and you need to make a decision early on. Do you want to be a free-to-play player? Do you want to stay free to play? And there's nothing wrong with that. I know there's a lot of people out there that have gotten very far in the free to play arena by upgrading just through the normal giveaways that they give you. And so once again, I'll take you back over to here and tell you one of the first things that you need to do, which is always log in and get your bonus every single day. Because you'll start to notice that by the time you get done, you'll probably have close to a... if you don't already have a legendary character by the time that the month is over, you'll at least have a 3 or 4 star character, and they'll be one of your main characters to start you off with. So even if you don't get Superman or one of your favorite characters right off the bat, like we didn't, that didn't mean that we threw away our characters. So what we recommend doing is take what they give you. And eventually you're going to get to the character that you like, and at some point in the future they'll have a character out there that you really do enjoy, and you'll be able to spend your time and effort going after them. If you're going to do free to play, there's going to be always an option for that, and you'll just my recommendation if you decide to stay free to play is save up your essence gems. Every time you get them, hold on to them because they are very valuable. We did decide that we were going to spend a little bit of our own money on this, and that's why we're a little bit higher on our essence gems. And so one of the things I wanted to show you as well is make sure you spend time. We talked about gears. The best way to upgrade your character's gears is to go into the upgrade events and spend some time with whatever part you are, whichever one of these you are looking at. So for us, we have Hal Jordan. We also have Green Lantern, or excuse me, let's go back in here and we'll take a look at exactly who all the characters are for that one. So it was for this type here. And so as you can see, we've got Cyborg, and we have taken Cyborg to the highest level that we can at this point. It requires us to get to level 60 before we can go any higher. So we've already maxed out all of his gears at this level. We are going to be working on the Flash here pretty quickly. You can see we're only at a 5 of 6. And then finally, right here, we are only one more away from getting his gears from an 8 up to a 9. So let's see if we can do it here on the video right now. So we'll go into the event, and you can tap on it here to take you into it. And we'll go and try to do it live for everybody. And we'll set it up on auto, and so that way it'll run, and me and Maddie can talk to you about a few more things whenever it's running. So again, determine who your characters are going to be, and that way you can buff up their gears. There's Harley for Maddie. And also, like I said, make sure you spend a lot of time on their gears and getting them strong. So like I said, spend some time in the weight room before you go out and try to do all your plays on the field. So Maddie, you want to try to do... you want me to take it off auto and let you beat up on the people?
Yeah.
All right, let's let you take it over, Maddie. All right, go for it. There you go. Go get them, Maddie.
I think I want to do that one.
Yep.
And go for that one.
Good choice. All right.
He's out. And I'm going to do that guy.
Good choice. That's one of the things that I'll tell y'all as well, as Maddie's going through here and beating up on the characters. One philosophy I always have whenever we're doing these battles is ladies first. So if you see any ladies out there, if you see any female characters, then make sure that you take them out first, because they usually will give you bleeds, or they'll be the ones that will heal the other team. So make sure that you keep in mind ladies first. And Maddie is just tearing through the competition. Look at her go. Good job, Maddie. Man, Maddie's just tearing them up. All right, Maddie, ladies first. Good job. Woo, look at Flash go.
I think the big one.
You gonna go for the big guy?
Yeah.
I think that's a good call.
The big one's the tough one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Maddie, what a big old hit that was. Look at you.
Them both look the same anyway.
Yeah. Ladies first.
Them keep on coming back.
Yep, you still got 2 more waves. You think you're going to be able to beat them, Maddie?
I'm going to beat them up.
I agree with you.
Ladies first. With that
There you go. Yep. Good job. You remembered ladies first.
Big ones.
There you go. Go ahead and finish them off. Good job, Maddie.
And then I want to do... I think I want to do that one instead.
Good choice. Keep going. Good job, Maddie. All right, ladies first.
I really like doing this.
Yeah, you're really good at it, as always.
That
one. Smart move, Maddie. You stunned him. He can't even touch you now.
Yes.
Very smart.
That girl.
Nice. Very good.
I think I want to do that guy.
Go for it. Very good. Take him out. Well done, Maddie.
Oh, no.
All right, you're only 1 person away from winning the whole thing.
I'm
Boom! You did it. Great job, Maddie. All right. So, let's see where we are. Let's see how many of those we picked up. And it looks like we've got enough. We did it. Good job, Maddie. You got us 5 of those fragments that we found. We got it just enough to where we can upgrade Green Lantern to that next level. And take a look at that cool new Cyborg screensaver that they have there. All right. So let's go out of here. And Maddie, I'm going to let you take our Green Lantern to the top of the heap. All right, go for it. Yep.
Okay.
Look at there. Good job. And look at that. He is now at a 9 of 9, which is the highest that we can get to in our level. Great job, Maddie. All right, so that's what we're telling you guys is focus in on the gears. Make sure you can get them as high as you can and use those battles, use those daily events to get your characters maxed out. And don't be afraid to use the refresh to get your characters there. Because, like I said, all those other things, your superpowers and the levels, those are your playbook, but your gears is the weight room. So spend some time in the weight room and get them nice and strong. All right, Maddie. So as always, we like to finish off our video by asking y'all to do 3 things. What 3 things do we want them to do, Maddie?
Buy what and...
Don't we want them to drop a like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want you to drop a like and let us know that you like what we're doing. What else do we want them to do?
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment and let us know how we're doing, if you like what we're doing here today. And we want to subscribe, right, to our channel so they can come back and get more lessons just like this one. So this is lesson 2. We'll have another brand new lesson coming up pretty soon as well. And so, yeah, we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate you taking some time to spend with us. And Maddie, is there anything that you want to say to the people at home before we go?
Bye, and thanks for watching. God bless you. Have a great night.
You heard her.